What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're drawing Pennywise from 1990's It. Now you want to begin today's lesson by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. Let's start at the very top. It's going to work our way down towards the bottom. Now this line is going to help us with the symmetry of our drawing. Now along the top we're going to draw another line going across from left to right. So we'll start with the left side, extending that out, and go all the way across towards the right. Now we're also going to be using these lines to help us create a circle. From the center, let's step all the way up to the top. It's going to mark off the top of our circle. And then we want to take this distance down towards the bottom and do the same thing. Let's do the same thing across this horizontal line. Taking this distance towards the left, mark off the left side, and then the right. Now I want to connect each of these points with a curve to create our circle. Let's start with the top left, going all the way around. Just going to loosely modify the shape as we go. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect, we just want to get the right size and placement on our page. Now with our circle in place, let's add two lines coming down the side. Starting on the left, bring this all the way down toward the bottom, and then we'll do the same thing on the right. Let's add another line going across the bottom of our circle. We're just going to place the eyes along this line. Now from here we just want to block out the basic facial features. Let's start with the eyes. Start by leaving a gap in the center. Step over toward the left. Just going to mark this off. Take this distance towards the right and do the same thing. Now to place the eyes underneath this line. Starting from this point, I'm just going to curve the eye coming down and then up, almost like a half circle. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. From the inside, I'm just going to curl up the brow, coming in and then up toward that center line. And now from here, we're going to step down, sketch a circle for the nose, going all the way around and then back up. Now underneath the nose, we're going to step down, draw a straight line going across from left to right, the edge of the mouth. Now I'm going to go back up to the top side of the nose, curve this out and then down, just adding a fold across the cheeks. Now from the cheeks, we're going to step in, curve the mouth, coming down, and then up. Curve this out, and then down towards the sides. Let's go back up to the top point, angle the mouth, coming down and in, towards the lower lip, and then we'll just round out the bottom. Now to come down to the bottom of this fold, just going to angle this down and in towards the chin. And just round out the bottom. Now I want to move out and add some shape to the side of the head. From the outside of a circle, let's step in, come down at an angle. It's going to bend that in towards the bottom of that fold. Let's do the same thing on the right. Stepping in, angle this down and in towards the same height, and then just bend that in towards the cheek. Now we're also going to layer the jaw in behind the cheek and the chin. From here, step down, angle down and in on both sides. Draw a straight angle line coming in towards the side of the chin. Now from here we're going to add some volume to the hair. Let's start from the very top of our circle in the center. Start with the left side. We're going to go up, come down the side, back to the center and do the same thing on the right. Going all the way around and then down. Now I want to curve this back up towards the side of the head. Rounding this out and then coming in. Now the chin's going to sit on top of the collar. Let's start over on the left side underneath the hair and draw a half circle. Coming down the middle, and then bend that back up towards the right. Now that we have a rough sketch, let's go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now that we have a clean drawing, let's add a second level of detail. We're going to start with the eyebrows. Start from the inside edge of the brow. Just going to curve this up and out on both sides. Going to round this out and then come down along the side of the eye. Now you want to tuck the pupil in underneath the eyelid. In the center, let's draw a small half circle, coming down and then up. Go to the center of the right eye and do the same thing. Let's add a fold underneath the eyes. Start from the inside, we're going to come down, and let's bend that up on the outside. Also adding some wrinkles across the top of the nose with a curve. Let's add a couple more along the top. Now I'm going to add some shape and thickness to the lower lip. Let's start from the top. Just going to bend this in and then down. Round out the bottom corners. Go back up to the top. Just taper the circles a little bit wider, coming down toward the lower lip. And we'll just round out the bottom. Let's separate the teeth with a curve, coming down and then up. Now I want to go back and add some more shape to the cheeks and the jaws. Just taking out that sharp point. Rounding out the cheeks. And then blending this up around the head. I'm just going to add a wave going across that bottom line of the collar from left to right. Now once we're happy with the rough sketch, we're going to move in and add some contrast and refine the detail. Let's start with the top of the eyelid. I'm going to give it a slight bend, going up and then out. Working our way across the bottom of the eye. Just going a little bit darker along the side corners. A few wrinkles on the outside, and it will darken up the iris and pupil. Now let's add some thickness to the eyebrows. Just tracing out the top, coming down toward the bottom corners on the outside. And then fill those in. Now with the nose, we're going to add a couple highlights along the top. Start with a larger circle on the top left, and a smaller one on the right. And I'm just going to lightly shade in the nose, going around those highlights. I'm just going to go a little bit darker along the bottom. Add a shadow, and just blend that out. I'm also going to use the side edge of my pencil to add a little bit of shadow just underneath that fold around the side of the nose. And also from the nose coming down just above the upper lip. Continue to add some more shadows around the eyes. And underneath the eyelid. And just working our way around the side of the mouth. Again, just adding a little bit more shape, going down toward the lip. And tracing out the inside. And just darken up the tops, and then just fade that down. And then we'll continue to shade the inside of the lip. And now we can go back and just separate out each of the teeth, starting along the top row, going across the bottom, and then just adding a little bit of a gum line along the top, and a lightly shaded the side and fade that in. Now we're going to do the same thing across the bottom. Separating out the teeth, and just adding in that gum line, and then lightly shading those in. Now from here, just going to move out and start refining the shape of the head, starting around the cheeks. I'm just going to wrap that fold around the corners of the mouth with that shadow, and then fade that down. Now just tracing out the contour of the head, going up towards the top. And we can add a little bit of shadow inside the forehead, just to enhance the brow. And just fading that out towards the sides. Also adding a little bit of shadow to the side of the head, and then just blending that in. Now with the hair, we just want to use the side edge of our pencil, starting from the side edge of the head. Just going to pull this up and out, just with a nice soft texture. And just start to bend that down towards the side. Now going back and just working in the right side. Now from here, it's going to work our way from the outside, coming up and in. So just going to darken up the outside edge, just adding a little soft texture, and just pulling the hair coming up and in towards the head. Just working with that same curve we have along the inside. Do the same thing across the right. And we can also go back to the tip of our pencil and add some more detail to the hair. So adding those fine fibers on the inside. Now going back and just tracing out that wave pattern across the bottom of the collar. And use the side edge of our pencil to add those folds. And add some shadows across the inside. Now as you get near the end of our drawing, we'll continue to add some more details and darken up our contrast, and always be sure to sign our artwork. And that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Pennywise. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. And if you want to keep drawing with me, you might want to check out this video over here. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.